My name is Danny Antis with Bremer Bank. Bremer Bank is a proud supporter of Lakes Area Habitat for Humanity. And while this year's event will look a little different, the purpose hasn't changed. One thing we can all appreciate in these tough and unprecedented times is the meaning and importance of a home. Home is where we celebrate life's milestones. It's where we find comfort during tough times. It's where we create the memories and live experiences that make us who we are. Home stability supports family security, which in turn supports economic security and thriving communities. Habitat works tirelessly to make those opportunities possible for other families. Please join Bremer Bank in supporting Lakes Area Habitat for Humanity, and let's build a home. Thank you.
Hi, this is Brian Sedlacek with Central Choice Financial in Baxter, Minnesota. We help people with investments, retirement planning, and health insurance. And we're really happy to help out Habitat for Humanity. They do great work for people in the local community as well as nationally. And their virtual dinner is on Monday, June 22nd at 6:30 p.m. So tune in.
Hey everybody, welcome into our home. We are glad to be here with you. We were asked to share a bit of our Habitat story, which starts 27 years ago, which seems like a long time. So we're trying to remember some of the things that happened back then. But the big thing was that when we were in that situation 27 years ago, we had one son already, our son Sam, and our son Will had been born that year in '92 with serious heart defect. And we had been living in a series of different apartments and places around. And at the time, the chance or the opportunity or even the ability to buy a house and to have a house of our own was way beyond our means. And as we went through the trials of having a child born with a serious heart defect, our son Will, and went through that whole year, sometime during that year, and I don't remember exactly.
We started that process, and in the meantime, Will was going through his surgeries. And so we did. I don't know if we were like the fourth house or not, but I guess we're the seventh house.
Seventh, yes.
But there wasn't a lot of applications, I think, at that time. It was just, getting started. So they interviewed us, and I believe because of Will's situation, and we were having to go down to the hospital and live at the hospital a lot of the time, we got picked. So we were so happy, and Grandview donated a ton of their workers and money to support the build, and so it went very fast. I think it went up in like 9 days.
8 or 9 days, it was very fast. And that was at the end of our whole year of 3 different heart surgeries for Will. And the third one ended up to be in October of that year, just before he turned 1 year old. And my parents came down, helped us move us in here while we were still in the hospital with Will.
They decorated the place
for us. And it was an amazing spot to come back to move into here. And I remember when we did the dedication, and it was right after he'd been in the hospital, we moved in here. And shortly thereafter, we were able to have his first birthday party, which was our first big event there after not knowing if he was going to make it 12 hours, much less 12 months. That we have pictures of him in his little push car and moving into this space that we're sitting in right now.
And the pediatrician who, when he was born, diagnosed him and got him to the hospital down in the city in time, came too, because it was quite a celebration. So we were celebrating coming into our new home and with a baby that was looking pretty good now. And so we were on our way.
Hi, I'm Quinn Swanson from Happy Dancing Turtle. It's our pleasure to support the work of organizations like Habitat for Humanity. They help turn the dreams into reality for our fellow community members. We know that in order to have a thriving community, the individuals within it need to have their basic needs met. The safety, security, peace of mind, and so much more that a home provides is critical to living the best lives of those of our fellow community members. We hope that you too will support this work.
I'm Kathy Wernberg, and I am on the dinner committee for Habitat. I have the pleasure of interviewing Tiffany Brandt and her lovely children. Tiffany, can you tell us who have you there with us? I mean, who's there with you, I should say.
I'm Tiffany, and we got our home October 2019. We were the 116th house.
Yay!
And I have Aubrey, my oldest. She's 17. Arissa, she's 15. Avea, she's 13. Avandra is 12. And Asias is 3.
So tell me, how did you feel the first time you walked into your house knowing that it was yours?
Relieved.
Really? Why?
Because we did not have to go from house to house, and we could all have our own space and just be together as a family instead of having to worry about where we're going to be next.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. How has owning your own home impacted your kids?
A lot.
We got a yard.
We have a yard where we can play, and there's a spigot outside. The kids can run in the sprinkler. We had a major turnaround when we moved in here. The kids kind of struggled in school.
Mm-hmm.
I allowed them to switch schools. And they have gotten their GPAs up, which I found out today, which made me so proud. And they are just doing so much better. Us being able to not have the chaos of not having a home, kind of, it brought us to a point where we're happier, and it's showing in every aspect of our lives. I learned so much. And I know the kids did too. We were able to volunteer a lot. I think we had like 600 plus hours in. So we were lucky to be able to do that. But learning how to build your home and having a hand in building your home, there's no way to even express what that was like.
Yeah, we've never got to experience anything like that. So it's really cool to experience, like, we're living in a house that we helped build.
Great.
Guys.
Thank you. Habitat and to all the volunteers, everyone involved. This wouldn't have happened if it weren't for everyone who had their hands in it, and we couldn't be more thankful.
My name is Sue Zank. I'm a Habitat volunteer for many years. I started when my daughter was having her college students do a project in Wilmer, Minnesota. Since then, I've worked in Minnesota, in Lakes area, Twin Cities area, and a lot in Florida for Pinellas Habitat for Humanity. I feel so privileged to be able to work with Habitat for Humanity. It's a privilege to see the dedicated people who come out. It's a privilege to see the dedicated supervisors who know so much about everything and who are willing to take the time to teach all of us. And believe me, there's a lot of learning I've had to do. And I've learned a lot. I've met wonderful people. I've met the volunteers who come out. I have met the people who are getting the houses, the candidates. And they're just some marvelous people. They've had some hard luck in their lives, and they are working hard now to turn their lives around. It is a real privilege. And what can I say? I get a lot out of it. I have learned things. I have met people. I have been given so many things in my life, and it's just wonderful to have a chance to give back sometimes. So, Habitat, keep on doing what you're doing. We love it, and we hope to see a lot more homes going up and a lot more people in their homes. Thank you again, Habitat.
Rosa, and recently Fleckenthal, so it's Marie Rosa Fleckenthal. Anyways, I'm just talking about moving, having my house built in 2001, and it was a 3-year wait for me because I was on a waiting list. I started out, I had moved down to cities and went to school and then moved back with my 2-year-old son. And, well, I couldn't really afford a place to live because I was just starting my business of massage therapy. And I had just started working at the Pequot Lake School. And so I was living in actually 3 different places, kind of living out of my van. And then I also had a tent. I'm a camper. So because it was April, we were able to live in my tent. I put my son in daycare and then I would go to work and stuff like this. My son, Tim, he is 22 now. He was 4 when I moved in. And he is actually in this picture an Eagle Scout. So having lived here, gave us the opportunity to have a nice home and then start our life and raising my son. I really thank Habitat for providing a place for my son to be raised. And it's like 4 miles away from the school, 5 miles away from Pequot School, which is awesome. Not everything was perfect, but you know, we made a good life out of it. And I'm still here. I'm almost done paying off my house. I got about 2 years left. Woohoo! Can't wait. And the mortgage was fairly low, so I could afford it and still have a lifestyle. It was nothing really extravagant, but we did a lot of camping with the Scouts. And like I said, my son has made Eagle Scout. Very proud of that. He now has moved out. He graduated in 2016. He has moved to Superior, Wisconsin, where he works in Duluth. He has learned a really good work ethic here. You know, he had chores, and then I bought a 4-wheeler with a plow so he could do our driveway, and then he would work down the road and plow other people's driveways and save his money. Then he started working at Breezy Point, which is only a mile away, and he has grown up to be a really good person. I guess I'd like to just say thank you to Habitat for giving me the opportunity to have one of their homes. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that do need help. A lot of help to get a home, first buyer home. And I never thought it would work out this way. And so I'm just really grateful.
Hi, this is Brian Twomley, and I'd like to tell you why I support the Lakes Area Habitat for Humanity. I really like the pay it forward type model. The new homeowners get a chance to help with their home build, and the financing model gives both the homeowner and Habitat the chance to help the next family. The Habitat Restore store is a fantastic resource in our area. It is not only a financial benefit to Habitat, but an affordable option for home repairs and upgrades for everyone in the community. Also, I really enjoy working as a volunteer build. It's very satisfying to me. I will admit I still drive around an extra block or 2 just to see some of the Habitat houses that I've worked on. It's very nice to see the finished product over the years. I'm also fortunate enough to work for US Bank, who has a matching gifts program. So as I donate personally, I can send in matching gifts requests to US Bank. And so far they've matched everything that we've donated. So if you have that as an option, it's a great, wonderful, easy way to add to your donations.
My name is Terry Haver, and I was fortunate enough to retire in the Brainerd Lakes area in 2005. Because I had more time available, I was looking for a way to give back to the community. At the time, I saw a notice in the bulletin for the church I attend looking for volunteers for the Lakes Area Habitat Restore. As the saying goes, the rest is history. I've been volunteering most every Thursday at Restore since then. I now look forward to every Thursday and the opportunity to work with a good friend of mine. In the meantime, I've also become a member of the Habitat Finance Committee. There's so much negativity and divisiveness right now. I feel good doing something positive that even in a small way may provide benefit to someone else.
Good evening, and thank you for joining Lakes Area Habitat for Humanity's virtual dinner and Build a Home at Home auction. I'm Kevin Pelkey, Executive Director and your host tonight. During the next 30 minutes, we'll celebrate the 30 years of Habitat's work in the area thanks to your support. We'll also look to the next 30 years. Tonight, let's build a home. Let's raise $125,000. Thanks to our sponsors and early donors, we are at $30,000, well on our way. Join us tonight with your gift. Let me suggest that you start with the $75 you would have spent on buying a ticket for the dinner and add to that. Call us at 218-828-8517 or go to our website, lakesareahabitatforhumanity.org, and click on our Donate Now button. Your gift matters. For now, let's get started with our program. Refill your drink, sit back, and enjoy. To start, we have a video produced by our friends at Fargo Forum, Brainerd Dispatch, featuring the Andrews Miller family.
The Brainerd Lakes area is known for its majestic pines, tranquil lakes, and outdoor fun. We live in a beautiful area. Unfortunately, we also live in an area with a high number of poverty housing units and rentals. Right here in the Brainerd Lakes area, there is a harsh reality that needs our attention. Families on modest incomes looking for affordable, safe homes.
My name is Brian Andrews, and we recently became homeowners in November of last year, 2018. When they were doing a home interview with us, the wind was blowing and the curtains were wiggling through the walls because there was a draft blowing through our home. The door didn't seal, so you could see inside and outside at the same time. Everybody was cramped in there. There was hardly enough space for all of our family to be. And if we wanted to watch a movie in the living room, some of us were sitting almost in the dining room, and it was just there was no space to live. We had space to exist.
What if your home wasn't safe? What if you worked hard but couldn't get a home loan or afford the high rent costs in the area? How would this affect you? How would this affect your kids? This is a harsh reality for many families in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Area Habitat for Humanity wants to change that and change lives.
Habitat for Humanity is so much more important than just a home because it's doing a lot of different things. It's taking a person out of a situation and allowing them to feel more, be more, and do more. The whole thing made us better people, better family, and better community members.
I have 5 siblings, and so it's always like, help me, I'm ready in the morning. It's crazy in the mornings. So like to be able to just all be there in one place and finally just be able to breathe and have the space to like live and help and do that stuff is nice.
Our goal is to rid the Lakes area of poverty housing, but we need you to get involved. Donate. Every dollar makes a difference. Volunteer. Every hour builds progress. Our work is supported through the Lakes Area Habitat for Humanity Restore. You can help through donating furniture and other household items. You can also make purchases or volunteer at the Restore. Your money goes towards our home builds and other projects. Join us in coming together. We're building strength, security, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. Right here, serving Cass, Crow Wing, Hubbard, and Wadena counties. Get involved. Change lives.
It's so much more than applying for a home and getting a home. Just watching the community and watching Habitat, how they operate, there's so much more going on than what people hear. People hear you apply, and then you get, but there's so much more than that, and you get an opportunity to give and be a part of and participate, and just a lot of moving pieces that I don't think people realize.
It was really important because it felt like it was something our family needed to be able to just live and do things. Before it was like, let's get out of this house, we don't need to be here, let's go do something. Like, let's just not be in this house. And now we can feel like we actually want to be there and spend time there and be together.
I've watched that video several times, and I'm inspired by it every time. It's a great reminder that sometimes the simple things in life are hard to come by when housing is a barrier. Lakes Area Habitat's humble beginnings included using a broom closet in the Congregational Church in Brainerd as our office. Our construction methods have changed over time, from moving houses site to site to building new construction on full basements to one-level living construction. Two things haven't changed: the demand or appetite for our program and our interest in meaningfully responding to that demand. Lakes Area Habitat's first completed home in 1991 now includes 117 more homes. That's 118 families in our area in simple, decent, safe, secure homes. We provide shelter for over 350 children. That's 350 children with a safe, secure place for distance learning and growing into young adults. The collective Habitat family through Habitat International now counts over 20 million people served in over 70 countries across the globe. Two programs of particular importance to Habitat, Lakes Area Habitat, are Habitat Guatemala and Habitat Haiti, the two countries we support through our monthly tithe. We've reached 130 families in those two countries. Last year, 2019, we helped 5 families move into their new homes. This year, in spite of COVID-19 challenges, we will help 3 more families move into their new homes, and we'll have a 4th home under construction. Plans for 2021 include builds in Baxter, Brainerd, and Sebeka. The Restore team's tireless work and efforts have elevated our store to be a model and a leader, not just in Minnesota, but in a much wider region. It's a great place to donate, shop, and volunteer. Thanks to the success of the Restore, 100% of your gifts can go towards building houses and serving more families. Here's a fun fact that shapes the challenges of COVID-19. Last year, 2019, volunteers logged over 20,000 hours of time in our organization. Those volunteers tore apart houses, collected donations from around the area, raised money, built homes, served on committees, prayed for us, cashiered and sold stuff, and so much more. It's a much harder goal this year with limited volunteers and limitations on those volunteers. Our team is excited about what the next 30 years will bring. A new location for our Restore, doubling the number of families served and houses built in 20 years, and another doubling in the next 10 years. One constant in all of our work is you. Your support helped bring safe, secure houses to 118 area families. Your support tonight will help bring 3 more families home. Your continued support will help us reach the next 118 families. Here's a message from one of tonight's sponsors.
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're joining us for the Habitat for Humanity's annual dinner meeting without the dinner, but we're having fun. And I hope that you are as happy as we are to sponsor, to support, and to encourage all the work that Habitat for Humanity does. Their work in building houses builds community, builds resilience in the community, and Hunt Utilities Group is all about how to help people live more resiliently. So we're so thrilled to be able to sponsor Habitat for Humanity in this.
Thank you, Lynn, for those kind words. Please join Lynn and make your gift tonight. Call us at 218-828-8517 or log on to our website, lakesareahabitat.org, and click on the Donate Now button. Here's a great video from the Engholm family. They moved into their home just as shelter-in-place orders were put into effect.
I'm Jeremy,
I'm Brianna.
and we have 3 kids, Corianne, Jayla, and Hunter, 7, 5, 3. We moved in March 31st, 2020. Took a few days, but I know the kids were pretty wound up. The 3-year-old, it took her a little bit to transition. She still didn't think this was home. We tried to kept explaining to her that, this is our new home. We're not going back there. We're not, going to our apartment. Before we got a Habitat home, we were all living in an apartment. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. It's a nice place, but there was a lot of different things that was wrong with it. The heating bills in the winter were excessive. You had to always deal with other people. You had so many different rules. So there were certain things you couldn't do. You couldn't do this. If your kids are outside, you have to be outside with them. And a lot of times after a long day of us working, it's hard to get outside with the kids because we're tired as well. So having this new Habitat home allows us to let our kids go out in the yard. They can play as much as they want. They come in and out. We have a shed and all their toys are in there, so they can just run outside, get their toys, and then just go ahead and start playing. I was fortunate enough to get to do to help with a lot of the stuff. I worked with Keith for many days, Mark. On this property, I helped clear the property, cut the trees. But to me, it felt really good. Like it felt like it was rewarding. Like I'm helping build my house. Like I don't know how to do it, but I'm able to do it.
You learned a lot of things.
Right. And having and what I tell people is with the Habitat home, I said a lot of people can go out and they can put down money and buy a house and it's already done. With Habitat, you get to work with Habitat directly and you're working side by side with them. I learned so much stuff from Keith and Kevin and everybody, even Jeanette, all these people that came to help. I learned so much from them, but also from the community as well. Like so many community members came and stepped up and helped on this house that it felt really good. We're looking forward to Christmas. So that's another thing. Like we're actually looking forward to Christmas in this house. It's one, she loves to put Christmas lights up. I do too. Christmas for me is a big thing. I'm a big believer in Jesus. And I always tell everybody, like when it comes to Christmas, it's not about the presents. It's not, we need to really look at Christmas. But I love to decorate for Christmas. But when we lived at the apartment, I never wanted to because I had to take everything back down. I couldn't leave anything up. We had to box everything back up. So here, we can do what we want. Like we're actually going to put Christmas lights outside. We're going to have stuff. We're going to decorate. It's just going to be a lot nicer. It actually feels good to put my money towards something that actually matters to us.
Imagine if you couldn't shelter in place in a safe, secure home. Prayerfully consider what your gift will be tonight and help other families have a place to shelter safely in. Call us at 218-828-8517 or log on to our website, lakesareahabitat.org, and click on the Donate Now button. Here's another message from one of our sponsors.
Hi, my name is Tad Johnson from B. Johnson Associates, an accounting firm in Brainerd. And I just want to say thank you to Habitat for Humanity for being there to make our communities a better place and to change the lives of those that need it, are in need of decent, simple, affordable housing. So thank you to Habitat and all the staff. And thank you to all the people that support. So please support Habitat with whatever you can today. Thank you.
Thanks, Tad. That's a call to action. Please join us with your gift now. Call 218-828-8517 or jump on our website, lakesareahabitat.org. Next up is a video with the Floor Barons family, who marked 10 years in their Habitat home this year.
Hi, I'm Vicki Floor, and I have with me Olivia Barons, our daughter.
Hi, I'm Olivia. When we got our house, I was in 2nd grade, and this upcoming year, I will be graduating.
So when we first got our home, we were in a not great living situation, and Habitat for Humanity was able to give us the sense of security, which is important for everyone. Everyone deserves to have that peace of having a family and a home. And for us, our house it's amazing because there's things that our house continues to keep for us as kind of a keepsake. So in our home, when people were helping us create our home, we have one log in our house in the frame of it that everybody signed. And for me, like, I always keep that in the back of my mind. Like, I could never see us getting rid of our home. It will forever be like in our family, because on the framework of our house, we have people who helped us build this and give us this sense of security, this family. It brought our family closer together, and we were able to experience things as a family without the stress of, are we going to have a roof over our head, or, you know, things that our kids never knew we were stressed about, as far as Ron and I, you know, how are we going to put food on our table? Are we going to have a roof over our head? Because, you know, our rent was super high, and, you know, rent in our community is still really high for people. And just to be able to have that sense of ownership has been amazing. We have, this was the last project that my father got to help us work on before he passed away. And so the house has so much more meaning to us than just a home. Like, this isn't just a, you know, a framework. This is a forever place for us that we've been able to build memories that we didn't have before. I have stayed connected as much as I can with Habitat for Humanity throughout the years that I've been in this partnership with them. This family ship is what I like to call it. And so I have gone through the process of being on the family selection committee, which has been amazing for me to be able to be a part of that.
Thanks, Vicki and Olivia. Boy, family ship is a great term for our partnership. And here's another word from one of tonight's sponsors.
Hi, I'm Becky Twomley. I'm a past board member and longtime supporter of Habitat. I believe that all people have a right to safe and affordable housing, and importantly, that housing intersects with almost every other social issue, from education and health to safety and employment. Habitat plays a critical role in increasing access to affordable housing in Brainerd and the surrounding communities. It also gives people the opportunity to own a home who traditionally wouldn't have that opportunity. During this time in our country when people are literally spending all of their time at home, it is more important than ever that home be a safe and affordable space. I hope you choose to support our community and support Habitat in their 30th anniversary virtual fundraiser. One way you can do that is through the Builders Club. Pledge any amount, $10 a month, $25, $100 or more. Participating in the Builders Club is easy to set up, and it helps Habitat in their monthly planning and budgeting process. Let's work together to make housing accessible and affordable. Support Habitat in their 30th year of this important work in the Lakes area.
Well said, Becky. Yet another reason for you to make your gift tonight. Please call us at 218-828-8517 or log on to our website, lakesareahabitat.org, and make your gift. I'm pleased to introduce you to the Mike and Carol Mortz family. Mike and Carol moved into their home 20 years ago and decided to pay it forward by making their last mortgage payment a year and a half early.
Hi, Kevin Pelkey here, Director for Habitat for Humanity. It's my pleasure to introduce Carol and Mike Mortz, a family that I've known for quite some time. Had an interesting journey with you. I think back to those early days that we had house moves from site to site as our primary way of building homes. Yours not being anything different from that. I'd love to hear what you were thinking when I called you to tell you I had a house for you to look at, and the idea that it was going to be relocated here.
Well, even right now, shivers. Very heartfelt, very unimaginable that we were going to get a Habitat for Humanity house. I was like, yeah. You know, that was, we had really tried really hard to do that, to be successful, to be eligible to get the home. You know, we just felt very blessed. Very blessed.
So you were able to pay off your mortgage early, actually. And do you remember the note you wrote when you paid it off?
I do not.
You do not. You said something to the effect about you wanted to be able to pay it forward, basically, to pass on because you knew that we could turn around and use that payoff money.
That is correct. That is very, very true. Yes, paying it forward. And, you know, that's pretty heartfelt as it is because, you know, it's like the excitement and all that goodness that we've experienced certainly needs to be shared with others. Yes.
And we appreciate that too.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike, Carol, thank you for the journey with us. As we were just discussing, that partnership is a lifelong term, and that this doesn't end our journey together, but it marks a very important part of that journey, the completion of your mortgage. It's often symbolized by the burning of a document. Shredding is a very good alternative. Here is your mortgage.
Woo! Thank you. Look at that, Mike. Huh? It's a good day.
What more can be said? Mike and Carol found the stability that home ownership brings. The joy they expressed in writing their monthly mortgage checks is the same joy that comes from writing support checks. Please join us now. Call us at 218-828-8517 or go to our website, lakesareahabitat.org, and make your gift now. This next section is devoted to partner families. Starting us off is a voice message left by Brian Andrews after they moved into their new home. That's followed by a song written and performed by Ted Fighter with a slideshow of our 2019, 2020, and 2021 partner families. Enjoy.
Hey, Kevin, Brian, Mandy, I just wanted to share something with you. We have spent the last couple of nights in the house, but this is for the first night. We got most of the stuff, big stuff, moved in and everything, and I was tucking the kids into bed, and I just all of a sudden I was like, what is this feeling? Feeling something. I could move my arms and wave them around. I could feel it in the air, and I'm just like, it feels like peace. And I shared the story with several people, and who suggested to me that it's just the peace of the Holy Spirit in this home. And I have not felt this at any of our other homes. And that when I walk in here, I feel it all the time. And I just want to share that with you. Just there's a level of peace in this home that we haven't ever got to experience before. So hope you're having a great day. I wanted to share that with you because I think it's awesome. And love you guys and have a great day. Bye.
Hi, my name is Ted Fighter, and we and my family were recipients of a Habitat home in 1993. And it's been an amazing gift to us. And somewhere in that first year when we were here, I wrote this song. This is called It's a Home. There's a place in the woods, in the clearing where the aspen stood. There's some kids running fast through a pile of weeds in the green grass. A small house, snug and tight, like a dream there in the morning light, but it's real, so real, and it's a dream come true. It's a home built by love, made by willing hands, and the Lord above His command. See the need with a hammer, we can plant the seed of community and a living faith more than wood and stone. It's a home on a street, in a town, almost anywhere on this whole world round, giving thanks, joining hands, serving every nation and every land, building old sacred space, holy habitat for the human race. Now's the time, cross that line and make a dream come true. It's a home built by love, made by willing hands, and the Lord above His command. See the need with a hammer, we can plant the seed of community and a living faith more than wood and stone. It's a home more than wood and stone. It's a home.
I get goosebumps every time I listen to Brian's voice message. And what a great way to meet more partner families with Ted's song setting the stage. If you haven't already done so, it's time to make your gift. Please give us a call, 218-828-8517. Log on to our website, lakesareahabitat.org, and click the Donate Now button or mail in your check. Help us bring more families home. Your gift matters. Be generous and know that we truly appreciate every gift. Thank you for your time tonight. Take care, stay safe, and be well.